It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. T.J. Edwards gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Able to find Gray here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Here comes Rager. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be third and less than a yard. Hurts. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield. Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick-6. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Mahomes to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Rager. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles.
Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their offense to keep them in the game.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And now here comes Kansas City. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts heading back to work. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And once again, this is Sanders. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Back to throw here. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Let's go!
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hurry!
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for a hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So that's an easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 32 yards. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Completes it to Hardman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. He's got room at the 30.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 46 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull on here in the 4th.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll go again with Sanders. Down to the 42, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say the blue team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now Mahomes. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.